Hello, and welcome to IFF's presentation on how to get yourself an arch-nemesis, or arch-enemy. In this videotape, we will be telling you how to get yourself an arch-enemy, what an arch-enemy is, and what's the difference between an arch-enemy and an arch-nemesis. What is an arch-nemesis? Arch-nemesis. Nemesis. I don't know. Let's find out. Here are some examples of arch-nemeses.
Who are you?
Ha ha. This guy is an example of an arch-nemesis.
All right on you.
This particular one is
I'm the mad scribbler.
one of the characteristics of your arch-nemesis that you might want is someone with disillusions. Disillusions of grandeur.
Grandeur.
Thank you.
I'm an excellent speller.
You also want someone with a good vocabulary so that they can write lots of good death threats to you and your loved ones. That's an example of a super arch-villain, but let's see an arch-villain, or nemesis, or enemy, if you prefer, that is not super-powered, like this one. This is another arch-enemy that you might have. Who are you, ma'am?
I'm Oops. Oops?
This is Oops. See, even common criminals who have indecent exposure or other petty crimes can be an arch-nemesis. Just like this one. In order to get yourself an arch-nemesis, you have to have a couple key elements. For example, do you have superpowers? If so, then you're probably fighting crime. If you're fighting crime, that's an easy way to pick up people who might become your arch-nemesis. Also, do you stand for good, justice, and the all-American Republican right-wing way? That's a good way to get yourself a lot of enemies. Another easy way to get yourself an arch-nemesis. Do you have a sibling? Siblings make excellent arch-enemies. Beating them up is always great. That is an easy way to get yourself someone who hates you for life. Also, do you have a parent? One of your parents might make an excellent evil person. But what if you are just the average Tom or Dick? Or Sally? See, a lot of people, believe it or not, are not superheroes. Have you read a Marvel comic book? Have you read it? Because not everyone is a superhero. Who are they saving? Normally assholes. But you happen to be one of those assholes, aren't you? Otherwise, you'd already have an arch-nemesis. Now, let's see. What could you do as a normal person to get yourself an arch-enemy? Well, let's find out.
Bitch! You're my arch-nemesis now. How do you feel about that, punk?
Who are you? I wasn't finished that drink.
Wow, that was rough. Hey, I don't know about you, but I don't like being a dick all the time. Although I play like that on movies, huh? Anyways, what you want to do right now is probably thinking to yourself, I don't want to be a dick to someone, but I want them to hate me. What could I do? Well, how about this?
So then they dressed up as Indians and threw the tea off of the ship.
That never happened.
Well, what are you talking about? It was the Boston Tea Party. Everybody knows about that. It's one of the big staples of why we went to war with Britain and to get our independence.
The American Revolution never happened.
Then how did America become an independent nation?
Well, you've seen Planet of the Apes, right? Well, there's all these monkeys, and then they just evolved into Americans.
You make my head bleed from the inside out. It's coming out my ears right now. I'm gonna go walk away.
Ow. Ow, my brain.
You know, now what happens if you get an arch-enemy and an arch-nemesis? Well, that's good. Good for you. You are very good. But there is one thing that you never, ever want to have happen. Having your arch nemesis meet your arch enemy. Ooh. There are 3 things that can happen when your arch nemesis and arch enemy meet. One of them is love.
Aha! Green Cape. At last we meet to have our final battle of finality.
You'll never win, Mad Scribbler.
Ah, yeah. Marcus, you don't have to get written on. Whoa, Cape.
This is awkward.
Who is that maniacal scribbler?
Who is that lovely trench-coated young lady?
You come over here. You guys, I think you guys would get along great. You both hate me.
Yeah, I do hate you.
Look at his lovely green cape. Look at her lack of clothes.
A fresh canvas. Why, I could scribble all night on that.
If your arch nemesis and arch enemy love each other, they're going to spend all their time scribbling and, well, having sex and not attacking you. But I said there were 3 things. Let's see what the second thing is. Hate.
You've mistaken your history for the last time.
I will use my rights as an American to ignore the rights of other Americans as long as I damn well please. See? Just use one there. Freedom of speech.
So we meet again, anti-American. Oops.
Who the heck is this wench?
I'm no wench, slut. I'm a whore.
I loathe you.
Ditto.
If your arch nemesis and arch enemy hate each other, they'll spend more time fighting each other instead of you, and that's not what you want. There's one last thing that can happen if the 2 of them meet. Jealousy.
So, Mad Scribbler, we meet again.
Hey! New colors!
So, we're here for our final battle, Dingle Doink. I'll make sure I wipe the street with... Who's this?
Wait, I can explain.
Who's this trashy-looking guy? Are there other evildoers in your life?
I can't believe this. This is how I find out you're seeing other villains. This is it. We've been through a lot, man. I almost killed your family for crying out loud. Doesn't that mean anything anymore?
I really appreciate that, man. That meant a lot to me. We have been through a lot, but so have we.
Yeah, like that time I wrote those vague death threats on your ceiling and you couldn't sleep for a week? Didn't that mean anything to you? You just make me want to cry.
Well, I guess you know what this means. Go ruin your own day and save it.
You know what? I'm not even gonna be crazy anymore. You know what? I'm just gonna be Steve again. Sure. Wonder if the accounting firm will take me back.
And that is the end of this tape. Well, I guess we learned a lot. Shared some times, shared some friends, shared some bodily fluids. But now you know how to be an arch nemesis. How do I end this? What do you mean, just make it up? I haven't written anything? Jesus. Guys, how do we end this? Yeah, real mature, Peter. Yeah. Julia, anything?
We could burn down the set.
Yay!
Alright, let's burn this down. That's an evil thing to do. Like...